Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Ebben with a WBZ News update. Top stories this Friday. Police in Sharon are investigating what appears to be a homicide after an elderly man was found dead inside his home on Deerfield Road. That man has been identified now as 62-year-old Brad Larson. Police tell us a relative found Larson with obvious injuries and immediately called police. We're told he was the former president of the Sharon Historical Society. Neighbors say he was a friendly man, very kind. An official cause of death has not been determined. A third suspect is now under arrest in connection with a shooting that killed an unborn baby in Holyoke. 28-year-old Kermith Alvarez had been on the run since the shooting October 4th. Now, investigators say he and two other men got into a fight that ended in the shooting. A bullet then hit a pregnant woman riding a city bus. Doctors had to deliver her baby, but the baby did not survive. Alvarez will be in court on Monday. Boston City Council elections take place this upcoming Tuesday, and a total of 8 candidates are fighting for 4 at-large city council seats. Tuesday was the deadline to request votes for the general election. If you're an early voter, today is the last day to cast your ballot. Polls open Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Election Day. Vote-by-mail ballots could also be dropped off up until 8 p.m. The weekend is here. It's going to be mild. Let's get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Jason Mikell.
Paula, let's slice and dice the country in half here and talk about the series of disturbances in the northern tier of the country, as well as high pressure draped along the deep south. We have clearing skies, stable conditions there. We're sort of kind of nestled right in between this area of high pressure and also an area of low pressure to the north and west. How was that guiding our weather trend for this weekend? Well, we'll pull in a little bit more clouds because of that south onshore flow. Any sort of moisture lofted in the atmosphere creates more cloud cover. So we're likely to be dealing with that certainly south along the South Shore, the Cape and the islands, and also very well so may be the case here in Boston. Edging slightly warmer this weekend, both Saturday as well as on Sunday. Temperatures climbing slightly above normal. Maybe we'll have some couple rain chances move through on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. It kind of depends on how much we wring out the water in terms of those disturbances marching across the country. You can already see we have a slight uptick in terms of our rain chances towards the beginning of the week. That is coming in the form of a warm front. Then a cold front will be moving through on Wednesday and Thursday up next week, and we'll also reignite a few more showers to move on through. Earlier this week, we were talking about that zonal flow. It really starts to flatten out here once we get into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and certainly carries us through earlier on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Colder air moving a little bit farther north, milder air also moving a little bit farther north. That is great news for us here in Boston, but it comes at a cost, though, because this is going to set the scene for a series of disturbances to really come on shore here in the Pacific North and West. Obviously, on the opposite side of the country, doesn't really affect us until it gets here, and this is going to sort of be the Autobahn of those disturbances riding into the country. Remember that atmospheric moisture we were talking about late last year, roughly around Christmas time? A lot of disturbances bringing some very heavy rains to the west coast. That's what we're going to be dealing with here again. So again, with that trough out in the west, that's going to bring even warmer temperatures to move back in. So we're likely going to start to see some more swings in temperatures here for the Northeast as well as New England. Still watching these disturbances offshore in the mid-Atlantic. They begin to move into our region towards the end of the weekend. At the same time, this is going to be pulling energy from the south. This wraparound flow from this area low pressure is going to be pulling energy from the north. What does this mean for Boston, though? That means we're likely going to get some cloud cover waking us up on Saturday. Once we get into the afternoon hours, maybe a few peaks of sunshine are going to be kind of come on through. I don't think we'll stand to have a really good sunset because of the cloud cover. Once that frontal boundary passes, it's going to be a moisture latent sort of system here. Not a lot of moisture is going to be sort of associated with that. We're going to clear things out Sunday leading towards Monday. Because of a north wind, we're also going to be cooler on Monday rather than this weekend on both Saturday as well as Sunday. Forecast highs again near normal in the upper 50s today. We'll cool things off again near normal overnight tonight. 43 degrees expected here in the city, and I think some outlying areas may kind of get back into the upper 30s here. As we look at temperatures for our Saturday, warmer along the South Shore as well as the coast and the islands. You can see there around 61 degrees for Oak Bluffs, Nantucket roughly around 60 degrees. A little bit cooler here in the city, but I think that again is dependent on the cloud cover. We'll be in the low 60s as far as Duxbury is concerned, and Worcester and Lexington will be in the mid to upper 50s. Take your pick here, okay? So we're going to hang out around 60 degrees Saturday, Sunday, and even on Monday, a little bit cooler behind that front. Cloud cover increasing into the evening hours. Occasional showers for us on Tuesday. Notice we get a little bit of bump up in temperatures. There's that warm front, followed by a cold front, followed by a reinforcing cold front on Thursday with another shower rain chance, but also noticeably cooler temperatures in the daytime. Paula?
Thanks, Jason. I'm Paula Ebben. This has been a WBZ News Update.